Hello. I told you, lots of vlogs coming over the next few weeks. I don't know if you can relate to this, but it's the time of year when I really just want to lay on the couch and watch Christmas movies or read a book.
Best Christmas ever.
But my to-do list is still insanely long. So today, we're gonna spend the day together. I'm gonna get stuff done, but I'm also gonna relax and we're just gonna chat about how to kind of strike that balance between the things you want to do and the things you need to do. It is a filming day. I need to record a YouTube video on Google updates in 2022 that you might have missed. That's the working title, but by the time you're watching this, that video already went up, so you can go back and watch it. But I need to set up all my filming equipment, microphone, all that, and I'm gonna show this to you because I think by the time this video goes up, Bridget and I will have already exchanged Christmas gifts. We are not seeing each other in person this year, so we mailed each other boxes with our gifts, and we are opening them on a podcast episode on Teaching to the Top. So I will link that episode if you're curious, but I got her a pair of face socks. This is the same brand that Billy's mom got him for Christmas a few years ago with my face on them. It's called DIVVY Up, DIVVYUP. And I made him wear my face socks on our wedding. Best decision ever. But I decided to get Bridget and I each a pair with our faces on it, and I'm kind of obsessed. So I'm gonna clean up, get everything set up, and then we're gonna record. I love that it's 10 a.m. and I've worn 3 different outfits so far, but I reward myself after filming by changing into comfy clothes. And in the classroom, I always had a pair of slippers in my classroom. In fact, it's these slippers. They're disgusting because I wear them out to throw ball with Ember. I'm hoping Billy gets me a new pair for Christmas, but as soon as my students would leave, if I had to stay late, I would change into these slippers. And it just was something to look forward to. So take that for what you will, but I recently got a new MacBook and I'm obsessed. It's just the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It has the touch bar, but I got the basic storage because I actually have upgraded storage on my iMac, so I didn't need it on my MacBook Pro. I don't want to talk bad about my old MacBook because it made it about 7.5 years, but it finally got a cracked screen and it had been running so slow anyway. It was time to upgrade. But the new MacBook Pros do not have USB ports. They have USB-C, you know, the ones that look like this. And I got this USB-C hub, which I'm obsessed with. So if you also have a MacBook with USB-C, highly recommend. It has a spot for USB-C, but then also 2 USB ports, spots for memory cards, and even an HDMI port. So I need to get clips uploading from the YouTube video I filmed, but I realized I have not yet downloaded my SCREENSAVER, which you may have seen this in other videos. It's like a black and white clock, and I just love it. So I figured I would show you how to add it to your computer in case you're interested. I will add the website down in the description box, but it's FLIQLO, probably butchered that, FLIQLO.com. Now, this is where you have to be careful. Once you get to the website, don't click the little green start now button, okay? No. You gotta come up here to the little hamburger, and then you can choose Screensaver or mobile app. So I'm using Screensaver. Scroll down, don't click that green download button. It's tempting, I know. You're gonna come down, and from here, you're gonna choose either Mac or Windows. So I'm gonna select Mac. I'm gonna click the download button, and it's gonna download. I'm gonna go ahead and click it in order to open it up. And we're gonna double click that. We're gonna click replace. I'm gonna scroll down, select FLIQLO, and then from here I can choose screensaver options and, you know, customize it, whatever, but I think that looks good. And from what I remember, my hot corners, okay, start screensaver is the bottom right. So let's test it out. Put my mouse down there. Beautiful. So if you're interested, I will put the link down in the description box. It's a little thing, but it just makes me happy whenever I look at it. We're gonna take a break for breakfast because the word break is literally in the word breakfast. And if you had heard how loud my stomach was growling just now, you'd be concerned for me.
I am so hungry.
I'm gonna show you my latest breakfast obsession because I go through phases where I eat the same meals for several weeks at a time. But I've been calling this an egg frittata. It doesn't technically qualify as a frittata, but for lack of better terms, that's what I'm calling it. It's super easy, super filling, and it's easy to meal prep. Now, I make it in a pie dish, and yes, I eat the entire thing in one sitting, but you could definitely cut it up into pieces and have it throughout the week. So here you go. Step one is just to preheat the oven to about 425 degrees. Step two is to add your veggies. I do spinach, mushroom, and onions, and you will notice I do weigh out my food. You 100% do not have to do that, but I track macros, so I weigh everything out. Plus, I like consistency. And once you find a really good recipe, you can, make it the same each time. So I personally do 30 grams of spinach. Okay, good enough. And then I will do about 50 grams of mushroom, and I just kind of break it up. These are like plain white mushrooms, nothing fancy. And then I do about 25 grams of white onion. Then I go ahead and season it. So I just do basic salt, pepper, garlic powder, which I put a lot because I really like garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and then I fill it up with egg whites. Now I have some left in this carton, and then I will start this one. I do 350 grams of egg whites, which is a lot. This whole thing ends up having like 45 grams of protein. So if you struggle to get protein in, this is a great option for you. So if you're not measuring, I would say just fill it up with either eggs or egg whites. You don't have to use egg whites. You could use regular eggs. Until most of the veggies are covered, it will rise some when it's actually cooking. And then I top it with garlic salt because, again, I really like garlic. And I drink a lot of water, so I do have to keep my sodium intake up. Okay, that is it. I just put this in the oven for 25 minutes. And this is what it looks like after. Of course, you could add sausage, bacon, ham, cheese, whatever you want. It's customizable. I top mine with salsa and then some Chipotle Tabasco. Clips are still uploading, but I need to make a thumbnail. I need to respond to emails, respond to comments, start working on some PDs that I'm gonna be delivering in December and January. But I really like to front load my weeks. And what I mean by that is I will get most of my to-do list tasks done Monday through Wednesday, let's say, because I know my motivation throughout the week tends to dip. So I like to get as much done early in the week as possible so I have more flexibility toward the end of the week. And that's a strategy you could even apply to a single day. If you know your motivation to get work done is higher in the morning, try to get as many tasks done first thing as possible so that as the day goes on, you have less to do. I got a few hours of work done, and since we are focusing on balance, I'm gonna go for a walk. That way I get some steps in and I get to listen to my favorite podcasts. And the only time I get to listen to my favorite podcasts is when I go for walks. It's like a little trade-off for myself. You know what I mean? Currently, I am loving, it's called Your Own Backyard. It's all about the disappearance of Kristen Smart. And I told Bridget about this podcast a few days ago, and now she has surpassed me in episodes. And her and I are gonna chat on the phone later, so I need to catch up. That way she doesn't spoil anything for me. But I use it as like a reward, but it's also like motivational because I really wanna know what happens next in the podcast. And I can only find out if I go for a walk, and I can only go for a walk if I get my work done.
I mean, seriously, walk much?
So, speaking of podcasts, I am wearing my Office Ladies hoodie. Mandy sent this to me for my birthday. Her and I got to meet at the live event Bridget and I did during the summer, and she's a total sweetheart. And I love Office Ladies. I do have an episode of that to catch up on as well, but I might wait and listen to that when I clean on Friday. So we're gonna go get some steps in, and then we'll come back and, you know, maybe work some more. I am back to work. Typically, I would have to meal prep on Mondays, but today I have leftover turkey noodle soup. It's my dad's recipe. I will link it. So that's off my plate, or in this case, bowl. I do want to show you something I've added to my website. You may remember a few vlogs ago, I mentioned this idea I had about y'all, the people that watch my channel, submitting different images or videos of spaces or areas of your home or classroom that maybe you're struggling to organize. And I could do videos where I offer feedback, and it's ready. So on my website, pocketfulprimary.com, if you scroll down to the video section, or you can just click videos at the top, under my YouTube feed, you will see this submit an organizational problem. And if you click submit here, it will take you to a Google form. All you have to do is add your name. I will only ever mention your first name in a video, your email address, that way I can contact you if your submission is selected. And then you can attach up to 5 pictures or videos of the physical space, the more the better. And then just kind of describe the space and the problem you are having. And I'm gonna do some future videos next year where I go through and offer some suggestions. I mentioned at the beginning that we are focusing on balance. So that is me tapping out of work, at least for now. I know myself, I will probably end up on the computer again before the day is done. But for now, I wanna do some things that I enjoy. I wanna relax, starting with reading a book. Here's the thing. All over social media for the past few months, all I have seen are posts about the author Colleen Hoover and her books, specifically It Ends With Us. And I put it off for a while because I don't like reading new authors. I like when I know what to expect with an author's writing style. However, I decided to bite the bullet. I asked my mom for the book for my birthday, and I did not have high expectations going in. I kind of figured it would be overhyped, as a lot of things on social media are. But a couple weeks ago, I had to get my tire patched, and I sat at the dealership for 3 hours reading this book. I'm almost halfway, and I really love it. It's very good. I am enjoying it. So I'll link it for you if you haven't checked it out. But I'm also curious if you have any good Christmas movie suggestions. Now, I'm not talking classics. I've seen the Santa Claus 50 times. I've seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I want like those super cheesy rom-com, Hallmarky type of Christmas movies. Netflix, whatever streaming platform, honestly, I have all of them almost. Leave a comment because I need some recommendations. Final check-in for the day. I have read, I have cuddled with Ember, I have watched some Netflix, specifically Great British Bake Off, the holiday episodes. I've worked on my laptop a little bit more. And I think the final reminder I want to leave you with, oh my goodness, you're so sweet, is just that your to-do list will never be done. And I've said that before, I'm saying it now, and I'm going to continue to say it, because if you're always focused on what you have to do and your responsibilities and trying to get things done, you miss moments like this. And these are the moments that ultimately make life worth living. It's not your to-do list, it's experiences and loved ones and memories. So as you approach winter break, I know your to-do list is 10 miles long and you feel like you have so much to get done and not enough time to do it, but don't forget to slow down and find those moments where you can just create memories, create experiences, spend time with your loved ones, because your to-do list will still be there after, I promise. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, because I have more vlogs coming, which if you are interested in anything health and fitness, month of January, I'm coming your way, because I asked on Instagram what content y'all wanted to see from me, and overwhelmingly the #1 response was health and fitness, like meal ideas, workouts, all of that. So that's coming your way. I've got a wrap and chat coming up, lots of good videos coming. That's the whole point. So as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on. And I'll catch you in the next one.